Yo, another day, another adventure. We're your homeboy Jermaine getting this vlog started off just over here in the Mission Bay. Just dropped off a delivery. And I was just checking out this building here because it looks like it's completed. Looks like it's all done. So I actually just sat down here and I was looking through like some of my old videos to try to see what this building looked like before it was finished. And I was just like going through old videos and like, you know, 901 Cali, Mission Bay, and I'm just looking through this one and looking through that one. Wow, I've made a lot of videos in the Mission Bay neighborhood. But yeah, it looks like this building is all complete and done, and I'm done with that delivery I just dropped off in the Mission Bay. And today I am riding the X-Way. The X-Way is pretty chill. So far, I think I have, let's see, how much battery I have. 72% left on the board. And on the, let's check how far I've actually ridden today. Ridden a total of 5.4 miles. So that's not bad. This definitely has a much better range than the boosted. It actually has, yeah, it has much better range than the boosted. But anyway, yo, let's get this video started. So I used to like Mission Bay quite a bit until I like figured out about like construction and like how they build certain buildings. And then at first I really wanted to live here because it was all new and modern. But then, like I said, once I figured out how they built stuff, I'm like, nah, I definitely don't want to live here. And also the sinking of the ground is very big in this neighborhood. I think it looks very cool though. Like it's all like modern. It was built like less than 10 years ago. But a lot of it is still sinking. If I had to pick one building to live at in this whole neighborhood, it would be that one because it's the tallest. That one or that one. It's the tallest. Tall buildings like that, they use steel structure in the inside. And a lot of these other buildings are basically made out of wood. The bottom level may be cement, but everything else above is wood. And you guys know how wood works in a fire. Wood just burns, you know. If there's a fire on the 4th floor, it's probably gonna burn down to the 3rd floor because there's no cement in between the floor, you know, because there's no steel structures in the buildings, right? Because these are all, I think they call these 4 over 5, 1 over 5 or 1 over 4 or something like that. Basically, you live on the top floor. The top floors are for housing and the bottom floor is for residential. The bottom floor usually has concrete, reinforced concrete on the bottom floor, right? Because once again, it's for businesses and stuff. It might be a restaurant down there, so you have like your concrete on the bottom, but then the upper floors. And then also something that I've really noticed about this neighborhood that's very cookie cutter. These are the nice buildings here, okay? You take this building across the street where the Starbucks is. This is considered a nice building, right? It's a nice building. Now, we take this other building, this building here. I'm not gonna say it's not a nice building, but basically this building over here, if I'm not mistaken, you purchase these. Like you don't lease these, you purchase these. And look how convenient it is next to the dog park. Now, if we go skate back over there towards that other building that I told you guys that I like a lot, the taller building. Once again, that building is one of the buildings that you have to purchase, right? And just so conveniently, it's located right near the dog park. Like little things I notice about San Francisco, you know? But you know, something still doesn't add up about the Mission Bay neighborhood because there's not a lot of businesses that have moved in. I mean, yeah, there's like a couple banks, but there's not, it's still like on the up and up. I guess we are in the middle of a pandemic and there's a lot of places that's closed, but yeah, Mission Bay is a very unusual neighborhood. Like I said, I used to like it a lot, but now definitely my favorite neighborhood in the city is the East Cut because it just looks more sophisticated and it's not exactly built on a landfill. Like this neighborhood is not built on a landfill, but it's built on, like this was like a swamp area back in the day. So that explains why you see sinking, you know? It's pretty insane. But yeah, sinking is still around everywhere. A perfect example of the sinking is just right over there. They had to add all of those wooden steps because the ground was sinking too much. So if you're in a wheelchair, when they first opened it, you could just wheel your wheelchair in normally. But now, if you want to wheel your wheelchair in there, you got to wheel it up like 2 inches. And that ain't easy for a lot of people. I mean, 2 inches, I couldn't even ride a skateboard up that, you know? This is gonna be a really cool park when it opens. A little walkway park. And I imagine, I'm not trying to start any rumors here, but I imagine they built this park, right? Because you got that fancy building right there. You got that fancy building. So I believe this building here is for lease here. This one's for lease. I think this taller one is a building that you would purchase the condos in. And once again, look at this nice park they got right here. So like once you get farther away from the parks, right, it's the cheaper it is. Okay, I'm not gonna really go through all these buildings, but there's a lot of low-income buildings here. Not necessarily Section 8, but just low income. In San Francisco, there's a lot of different, you know, there's BMR, there's low income, there's Section, there's a lot of different housing that you can live in. But I kind of noticed that like the parks, the nicer buildings are conveniently close to the parks. Like this nicer building over here, it's close to this park. This is actually a really, really good park over here. It kind of reminds me of New York a little bit, because if you live near Central Park, like if your place is like near Central Park, like it's gonna be way more, just because you live like right near Central Park. And you know, if you got a dog, you can go easily like take your dog like outside, and it's really, really close. But then once you live 2 or 3 blocks from the park, it's like, yeah, it ain't the same, because you live 2 or 3 blocks from the park, yo. So you gotta walk over to the park. And that's kind of how they building this building. It looks like they got another steel structure going up right over there. I like steel structures, yo. Like if it's got steel in it, I'm a fan of it. If it's made out of wood and concrete, not a fan of it. Oh, look at that beautiful project going up over there. I wonder, will that sink? From what I hear, they've said on the news over and over, the buildings are not sinking. It's just the sidewalks that are sinking. That still doesn't sound appealing. It doesn't like put me at ease, you know? What if an earthquake happens? Yo, y'all remember back in the day when this used to be the coronavirus testing location? Not anymore. They didn't cut the lights out on that joint. Lunchtime.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay. This right here makes me not even want to sit at a parklet, yo. Look how scary that looks. Hopefully no one was sitting there when it happened. Creepy, yo. Yo, a little bit later, oh my gosh, I went home and took a nap for like 3 hours, and now I'm awake and I'm hungry. And it feels like I just woke up. Y'all know that feeling, you know what I'm talking about. Oh. Hey, at least it feels good out here. It's not too cold, not too hot. And I'm about to pick up some Thai food and go back home and do a little live stream. That's what I got going on right now. Whoa.